Good morning, football fans, and welcome to 3 and Out, the Season 8 premiere of 3 and Out, brought to you by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, football has returned. The long wait has diminished, and today, kickoff is going down. It is 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30, or I guess 9:31 now, Eastern Standard Time, a.m. And yeah, pretty early for me over here on the West Coast, but got to get the show done, and really excited to come out this morning and talk some football. So with that said, you guys, my goodness, get ready tonight. We got our first primetime face-off of the season. There is so much to get to today in just 30 minutes because I'm doing this show before work because it's like literally the only time, that I can do the show right now. So really excited for week number 1, though. We got tons of great matchups. How about week number 1? My goodness. So many great matchups here. I've got to tell you tonight, Rams and Bills. I mean, some people are saying this is a possible Super Bowl matchup here, and it honestly could be. A little Super Bowl preview for us for Super Bowl 57. Also, this week is going to be pretty awesome. We got Patriots at Dolphins. A place the Patriots never seem to do well anymore. And the Dolphins, well, looking to turn a new leaf here. Raiders and Chargers. How can we overlook that one? Also, Chiefs and Cardinals. My goodness, that is another solid game. And Sunday night's game, some people are saying this might be a preview of the entire season for the Buccaneers or the Cowboys. We shall find out. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good one on Monday night, too, coming up. I'm happy you're with me here today. Let's talk some football. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome, football fans. Well, here we are once again. The long wait for 3 and Out has also come to a close, you guys. I just gotta say, first things first, my apologies for last season. It was a crazy, hectic season. Preparing for a wedding is probably one of the most unprepared things you'll ever do, even though you're so prepared. If you feel you're prepared. I'm just saying, or I don't know, it's a very unpreparable thing. You could try your best, but my goodness, it is very hard. So for those who have done it, Cecilia and I applaud you because, man, that was that was definitely a lot. But we had so much to do. There's lots of things to do. Get our venue ready, and I just feel that I owe the explanation to you guys for no actual 3 and Out show last season. But what a season it was! You got to see me plenty on 3 and Out, the primetime face-offs. Of course, what this show once was a 3-hour show with an hour and a half of football talk. 3 hours of football talk. It was, my goodness, just way too long. I know, crazy Larry B. But you got to try everything, I guess, to see what really works. And, well, people tuned out like half of the show, I'm sure. But those good old primetime face-offs were fun. We would get like an hour of recap and then pick 'em, and then the rest of the show was basically 3 primetime face-offs for Thursday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, and Monday Night Football, and my goodness, those were just way too long. Those shows would take a lot out of me. Kind of cool because I would get them done all in one hit, but now we just have something better. It works so much better. This show, of course, will not be 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday mornings. I am thinking about moving the show to an afternoon spot coming up. If I can find a good spot coming up this week. In the coming weeks, or in the coming week. My apologies. And then, of course, the primetime face-offs will be as follows. I will record both primetime face-offs for Sunday night and Monday night footballs on Saturday mornings. Probably a little early afternoonish, I would say, for Eastern time. And then, of course, Thursday night football will actually be on Thursday before the game, so I want to keep that. But I just want to make ssure we get lots of people for the primetime face-offs. Because last year, it was just a lot of the deal where people work, and I would get some great people that would be like, yeah, I'm down, but then I tell them the time, they're like, oh, no, I'm working, or I'm over here, getting ready for the game, or I'm hanging out with, my family, getting ready for the game, or I'm at the game, or, So I want to make sure I'm doing that in the best manner I possibly can, and I am putting that, on the weekends so people can get a good, can get some time at least. At least we'll have more people. And then, of course, Thursday night, we'll wing it. Just kidding. Now, Thursday night, I'll make sure to prepare plenty, but we'll do that one before the games on Thursday, much like tonight. So, with that said, you guys, we are ready to roll for week number 1. This is going to be 30 minutes. Well, I guess it's under 30 minutes now. It's under actually 25 minutes now of football talk. But we're going to be getting into this week. And just kind of giving you my picks and previews. We already talked about every single team, all 32 teams. Big ups to everybody once again. Big ups and appreciation to everybody that was on 3 and Out, 8 divisions in 8 days. That feels like it was forever ago. But that was actually July 18th through the 21st. We did NFC week earlier this year. In 2022, and then of course we did AFC week, July 25th through July 28th. So we previewed every single team. Excuse me. And it was just awesome talking to all these different fans and just the different outlooks and lots of realism. A couple in there that definitely amped it up just a little bit more than maybe what it could be. But that's what it's about. That's what being a true fan's about, You're going to be realistic. You're going to be a little blah with your team, like me with the Raiders. I'm going to, continue to not expect that great until I get great, because I expected great my whole life. Being a teenager getting into football, preteen really, or early teen, and my Raiders made the Super Bowl. I was so happy, and then pretty much 2 decades of crap. Yeah, I'm not a pessimist with them too much, but I am going to say I expect them to kind of, make a deep run in the playoffs before I start saying, hey, we're a good team. We're a playoff team now, but what can we do in the playoffs, But yes, it's either you love or you hate. Love-hate relationship. We all know how that goes. But without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get into week number 1, and I'll give you my previews and picks of each game. Once again, shorter show today, but hey, it's something, right, before the season gets started. So, thank you all for tuning in here today. If you're listening live or if you're listening on the podcast version, we appreciate you all so very much. As I always say, all glory to God. That's right, y'all. For without Him, nothing is possible, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And, of course, big ups to every single one of you, because without you guys, IE Sports Radio is not possible. The show is not possible. None of the crap we do here at IE Sports Radio, well, it's not crap, but none of the stuff we do here at IE Sports Radio is possible, and we definitely appreciate you all so very much. So, let's go ahead and get on into some football and have some fun with this. So, first things first tonight, I will give you my picks for those 3 games, the primetime games, after the primetime face-offs, because I don't want to spoil my final pick, my final weigh-in. But tonight's game should be pretty solid. Bills and Rams. A couple days ago, Mr. Adam Karnick had Cale Henderson of Sin City Sports here on IE Sports Radio. He had Mr. John Felipe of the Carolina Cast here on IE Sports Radio. He had Mr. Taron Rodriguez of the SoCal Supreme Sports Show and Set Point and pretty much all the other shows Taron and I do here. Taron does here, and of course the one him and I do together on Saturday mornings, 3 and Out College Edition. And he had myself, Larry B, and of course Mr. Adam Karnick, Chi-Town Weekly, and we had a really cool little roundtable, and we talked about a lot of these games, and it's cool because a lot of these, well, a couple of those guys do believe the Bills are going to be a Super Bowl team. It's not that I don't believe they are, it's just that I honestly think that there's one team a little bit better than them that I feel if everything goes right for them, they might actually get there. I don't really like them. They're the Chargers, but at the end of the day, you can't deny a solid football team, so with that said, you guys, The Bills tonight will be taking on the Rams. Looks like here, according to the ESPN Score Center app, where I'll be getting all of my sources from today, Bills are actually favored by 2.5. This should be a very good football game. My goodness, I am so excited to see this youngster. Well, he's not really a youngster anymore. I mean, he's coming to his own. The guys talked about that on Monday night on Chi-Town Weekly. That Josh Allen has really come into his own. I forgot who actually said that, but there were some agreeances, and I even agree. Realistically, right now, this team is solid. They don't really have much of anything. They don't really have any horrible injuries. Let's hope it stays that way. But there's lots and lots of good things with the Bills. Also, Mr. Mike Pat, what's going on, Mike? My boy in the chat room here. Have a great show there. Well, thank you very much, good sir. I could be on your way to work right now. I could be your coffee drive right now on your way to work. On the West Coast. I could also be your, put an earphone in the office on Thursday morning, like Mike Pat might be doing right now. Just kidding. Don't want to get you in trouble, Mike. But, once again, glad to have you guys here. Thank you all for tuning in with me for at least the next 20 minutes. So, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about this game. Overall, you guys, the Bills are solid. There's lots and lots to look forward to here. And overall, I'm really, really excited to see these guys face off against the Rams tonight. You got to know these Bills. These Bills are a very solid team. And without spending too much time on it, what are we going to see out of the Rams? I do believe they're going to be a Super Bowl repeat. I don't know if they're going to win it, but I think they're going to get there. I actually did say they would win it on Monday night because they're a solid team, guys. McVay has done an incredible job with this team, and they've done so much. Looks like they do have some injuries here, or one injury. Van Jefferson, wide receiver, is going to be out, and Quentin Morrison, tight end, and Tommy Doyle, they're questionable for the Bills. As of tonight, I'll give you guys my final weigh-in on 3 and out when we have the face-off tonight. But this should be a very solid football game. Be ready for it. And if you don't know how to tune in for the primetime face-offs, make sure you stay on YouTube. It's going to be on StreamYard. So be ready for it. It's going to be awesome. We love doing that show, so it'll be on YouTube. I'll also put that sucker on, you can catch it on YouTube. I don't know where else I'm going to stream it at. But really, really, really cool show. And tonight we're going to have 2 combatants face off head-to-head. Should be a lot of fun. And, we shall see who you think is going to win this game and, who you think wins that debate tonight. 20-minute debate. Should be a good one. 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, right before the game for 20 minutes. It'll literally go until about 4:50 p.m. Western or Pacific time and 7:50 p.m. Eastern. So, good morning to you, good sir, Mr. Cale Anderson. Listening, of course, I believe over there on Central Time. So, once again, I could be your guys' morning drive with some coffee or in the office early morning talking some football. But thank you guys for tuning in. So, that should be a good one tonight. Once again, my final weigh-in on that game, my pick will be after the face-off tonight, right before the game. Then we have Sunday's games coming on up, and I'm so excited. Saints and Falcons. What do we really know about these two teams? Well, we know the Saints are kind of getting better, but what's really going on? Do we have a whole bunch of injuries over there? Not really. Do we have a team that's falling apart? Not really. Do we have a team that's rebuilding? Yes. I think Breeze was actually the fall apart. I mean, the man had to retire at some point, right? But thank you, Mr. Drew Brees, the true legend of the NFL. My goodness, that guy was just an all-around great person. But overall, you guys, at least from my knowledge, but I will say that the Saints, I do believe, have a much upper advantage in this game. We're going to see what happens with the Falcons. I'm not being a jerk. I'm not, but at the same time, we're going to see Mariota. I'm pretty sure he's going to be starting. Yeah, there's going to be a lot there to work with, but realistically, I think this is going to be a Saints game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gotta pick the Saints in this one. I think they're going to get it done on the road, and they are actually favored by 5.5. Okay, so next up here, we're talking, let's see here. Where are we? And what in the world is this? Okay, so interestingly enough, we have that's not working. All right, there we go. All right, sorry about that. I was on the Falcons schedule here. Sorry about that. So, next up, Niners and Bears. Let's just be short about this one. The Bears are a team that are, I don't want to say in a total rebuild because they have some pieces. All right, let's not be too over excited about the Bears right now. I still think they might finish over the Lions, and depending how terrible, and once again, the Lions, I feel like I don't want to call them a paper team, but I just feel like, they have a lot of work to do. They got to show us first. But the Bears could be this crazy surprise. We don't know, but they're facing the Niners, and, well, the Niners are, in my opinion, a much better football team. The Niners are going to make a very deep playoff run this year. So it's safe to say that 7-point spread there is definitely good to go. Definitely going to be covered. The Niners may win this thing by much more. We shall find out, but I'm going Niners all the way. So far I got 2 road teams winning this week. Also, give me your picks here in the chat room. Y'all let me know what you guys think. Tell me you're wrong, Larry B, or oh my gosh, that was a stupid pick, or hey, right, or whatever. So let me know, who you're excited to see this year, all that good stuff. So Steelers and Bengals, my goodness, you just want to jump for joy for a good old AFC North matchup, right? No surprise here, the Bengals are favored by 6.5. I also believe this. There's lots to look forward to, Steeler fans. There really is. My goodness, there is so much to look forward to here. And I am really excited to see who's going to be there. Who is Pickett really the man? Trubisky, Mason Rudolph. What's really, I don't even know who won the quarterback battle there. All I know is we're going to see a lot of Najee Harris. And we're going to see a team that is coming off after their leader, for so many years is gone. Ben Roethlisberger, kind of how the Saints were last year, I believe, or the year before that, I forgot. But regardless, this is going to be a new era. And unfortunately, I don't have them winning their first game of the new era. But it's the Bengals. Do I have them going back to the AFC Championship? No. I have them going to the playoffs. But once again, it's all speculation. Regardless, the Bengals have a pretty solid team still. There's still a lot of that team they were last year. I got them winning this game for sure. So first home team for me winning this Sunday. Next up, Eagles and Lions. This is a scary good game. The Lions, like I said earlier, have a paper team. I said that on 3 and Out, 3 and Out, 8 Division 8 days earlier this year when I was talking to Mr. Zach Puplis, the host of Lions, Tigers, Pistons, and Wings Oh My here on IA Sports Radio. He'll be on here actually tonight, coming up in about 12 hours during the game, talking some Detroit sports. But I'll tell you right now, man, the Lions could have a very good team. Lots and lots and lots of powerful players. Strong, tough, gritty players that you would think this team could harbor and have a good season. But then again, I don't know. We don't really know with the Lions sometimes. The Eagles have a team that I believe can make a deep run if they actually just play some freaking football and play together. My goodness. I'm not quite sure how this will go. But I do think that the Eagles will win this game. I really love it. I love the fact that they have some monstrous players, like Jason Kelsey, and just, Jalen Hurts behind center. I think they're going to win this game, but it probably could be a thin margin, a lot like how the spread says here. They have the Eagles winning by 4 here, so I do believe that the Eagles will win this game, but we don't know. It could be a blowout. It could be really close. We'll find out. Next up, it's week 1 stuff, guys. We have no idea. So, Patriots taking on the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I don't know. It's always been tough luck for the Patriots, right, in the last couple of years. Even when they were in their dynasty, it's kind of crazy, right? To think the Dolphins are just kind of blah. They've been okay, but they seem to have the Patriots number at home, and I don't think it's going to be any different here. The Patriots have their young quarterback, Mac Jones. I mean, they're looking good. But I will always say, the Patriots are the Patriots until Bill's gone. Then it's going to be the new era. But at the end of the day, I think Bill's going to be that coach for a long time over there doing his thing, and he will rebuild that team. I believe he will. So, overall, Dolphins, though, they have them winning by 3.5 here. I do not disagree. I think the Dolphins are going to win this one at home this week, but man, it should be a close one. I think the Patriots will fight. Next up, Ravens and Jets. Okay, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but the Jets just have a lot of, I don't know, man. The Jets just got to show us something. They have these games every season where they're like, hey, they look like they're a contender, and they just fall apart. So, the Ravens last year, plagued by injuries. Kale agreed. Kale said that. Of course, I said it on Monday's show with Adam Karnick on Chi-Town Weekly. Yeah, I think the Ravens could make a very deep run. They could be a freaking dark horse team for the AFC Championship. I don't know about the Super Bowl, but my goodness, this team is good with no injuries, and they're going into this thing looking solid. I I don't even see any injuries, actually. I see one. J.K. Dobbins is questionable, but man, this is a good football team, and I have them beating the Jets here. They say by 7. I think it might be by a little more, but it also might be by 7. I don't know. We're trying to fill everything out in week 1, right? Jaguars and Commanders. All right. Mike Pat's team is in here, and we all know this is a good football team when they want to be. I always say they have an incredible defensive line. I'm not quite sure where they don't win a lot of games. Then again, their division can be kind of tough sometimes. This year, I don't think they're very tough at all. I mean, they could be, but I don't know. But overall, the Commanders, I think, have a solid chance of winning this game. The Jaguars are a perfect matchup for them in week 1 because, gosh dang it, it's the Jaguars. I don't want to sound like a jerk here either, but Trevor Lawrence is, they got something good going there. They got some solid players. But the Jags need to, Peterson's looking good over there. I think he's going to get this team really back on track. But man, the Commanders, I just kind of feel like they have more. They shouldn't lose this game. ESPN has them winning here by 2.5 points. I think they'll cover just fine. I think they'll win this game, but it could be pretty close, actually. Browns and Panthers. Okay, this one's not a hard one to pick. I know it's all about the Baker Mayfield deal and everything, but I just kind of think the Panthers are better. Adding Baker Mayfield has kind of made them that much better. And the defense is pretty solid, and that's no slight to Andrew. Sorry, man, the host of the State of California. State of Ohio Sports here at iSports Radio. But Mr. John Philippe, I think, will be very happy, the host of the Carolina Cast, to know that I'm going to pick his team. I think it's going to be a thin margin, but man, it's going to be a good football game. I'm going Panthers. They have Carolina winning by 1.5 points here. I think they'll definitely cover that, and we shall see what happens here. But I'm going to go Panthers winning this one at home. Next up, Colts and Texans. This one's not hard either for me. The Texans just have a lot of work to do. That's all there is to it. They have the Colts here by 7. I think the Colts are solid. I was surprised. I didn't even really realize the Colts defense was that good. Like yesterday, we had the draft for the iSports Radio Bowl 6, and I got the Colts defense, so we shall see. I know I'm being biased, I guess, right? But I do feel that this team is good. They have the pieces they need. Can they make a deep playoff run? I'm not sure. I think they might make the playoffs. But then again, they're in the AFC West. That's not being, jacked up or anything. But let's see what Matt Ryan can do here. I don't know. But I do believe they're going to win this game. The ESPN has them by 7. I think they'll cover that for sure. And I think they'll win this game. So next up, we have here, those are all the 10 a.m. Pacific games, 1 p.m. Eastern games. Now we have Giants and Titans. Okay. 1:25 p.m. Pacific, 4:25 p.m. Eastern, Giants and Titans. Okay, this is kind of a weirdo because the Giants could actually be kind of sneaky this year. I don't know how good they'll be. I don't think they're a freaking hardcore playoff caliber team. If they do happen to make it, it's because someone fizzled out in the NFC East. Looking at you, Cowboys. But I don't know. I feel like right now the Giants are kind of still in that phase where they're rebuilding and trying to figure out who they are. The Titans are a solid team. But once again, I just don't understand why they can't seem to get past, why they can't seem to make a deep playoff run. Sorry. Once again, the AFC South isn't necessarily the hardest division, so they might run over everybody in there and then get to the playoffs and fall apart again. I don't know. But I'm almost positive they'll win this game. ESPN has them by 5.5. We shall see, but I think they're going to be the better team here, the Giants. Next up here, we have the Packers and Vikings. My goodness, this one should be actually a good game because the Vikings have been falling apart for years, and the Packers just pretty much have Aaron Rodgers, which is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And I don't know. The Vikings just haven't been solid for the last, 6 years. I'm very hesitant on picking them unless I know it's a for sure victory. And it's definitely not going to be in this game. So, let's see. ESPN has the Packers by 1.5 points. Yeah, sounds about right. It might be a dogfight. I don't know. We're going to see who the Vikings are, though, this week for sure. Or at least a big, we'll see a big, big part of them if we don't see all of them this week. But, yeah, I'm going Packers in this one. Next up, Chiefs and Cardinals. Okay, this is probably going to be one of my favorite games of the week because, we got a guy like Kyler Murray going head-to-head with a guy like Patrick Mahomes. This isn't, the hardest pick for me, but at the same exact time, I do believe that the Cardinals are going to find a way to make this like a thriller game, even though I do have the Chiefs winning. They have the Chiefs winning here by 6 points. The spread, I think the Chiefs will cover that. It might be a touchdown game. It might not be. It might be a field goal game. I don't know. But as much as I want to put the Cardinals in this one, I'm a Raider fan, but I do believe that the Cardinals are a solid team, but it's hard to pick the Chiefs. It's hard to pick against them this week. This might be the one pick that I know I'm almost positively wrong on, because the Cardinals are, like I said, they're sneaky good and they could actually win this game. But I don't know. It's hard for me to kind of pick against this good Chiefs team. I said they would be third place in the AFC West because I feel the Raiders and the Chargers are that good. But man, the Chiefs are still a strong team, and I think they're going to win this game on the road over Arizona. Then we have my beloved Raiders taking on the Chargers. We're going to win one, and we're probably going to lose one this year to these guys. And you know what? I think we have a solid team. I really do. I think we have a solid team this year. I want to say that this is going to be a very, very, very close game. But I kind of feel like it's going to go one way or the other. I don't know, typical Raider Charger game, right? It's kind of ugly. And somebody gets blown out and he's getting it'll be kind of close. I feel like it's going to be a touchdown or a 10-point game, and I honestly think the Raiders are going to win this thing. They have the Chargers by 3 points. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to flip-flop. They might beat us in Vegas, but we might beat them in LA. So, I don't know. Kind of weird, but let's go Raiders. Let's see what happens this week. I'm going to take the Raiders beating the Chargers this week on the road. And then, of course, the 2 primetime face-offs that I will be revealing my picks for during those face-offs. So, really quick, you guys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Sunday Night Football taking on the Cowboys. That'll be a fun face-off on Saturday. And then the Broncos taking on the Seahawks coming up on Monday. 2 really interesting teams, because in my opinion those are both the basement teams of the AFC West and the NFC West, the 2 powerhouse divisions of this season. I believe they're facing each other. It's going to be great. I think they're still very solid teams, but that goes to tell you a lot about those other 6 teams who I have ahead of these 2 teams in their respective divisions, right? But with that said, you guys, it's going to be a really fun season. I'm so excited. So be looking for this show coming up next, coming up in the week, but that's pretty much all time is going to allow me. So with that said, y'all, thanks for tuning in with me this week, and well, of course, let's cue the music, because we're out of here. Alrighty, you guys. Well, that's pretty much going to do it. I know, just a little preview this week. We'll have a lot more, the recap and everything coming up. Be looking for the show next week in the afternoonish time. We'll try to figure out a time that works. But we will have some fun talking more football. I'm thinking probably a Tuesday or Wednesday. Hopefully that'll work out for me, because, that's between Monday night and Thursday night football. And, of course, all the good primetime face-offs. So tonight, tune in once again, y'all. StreamYard on our YouTube at IE Sports Radio. Make sure to check us out there. And, check out our primetime face-off tonight with me, your boy Larry B, and of course our 2 combatants. We will, announce them then. And of course, plenty of great football to come this season. So, with that said, you guys, those are my picks for week number 1. Short little show here, but definitely a fun one. And looking forward to much, much more. So, with that said, thank you to everybody playing in the IE Sports Radio Bowl this year, IE Sports Radio Bowl 6. We'll see who wins it this year. We'll be posting the scores and all that fun stuff. And then, of course, as I mentioned, this show regular, weekly, and, of course, the primetime face-off. Who are we going to get this week? What's going down? How many picks am I going to be wrong on? We're going to find out. Overall, though, like I said, Buccaneers and Cowboys should be such a good football game. They have the Buccaneers here by 2.5. We shall see. And Broncos and Seahawks on Monday night should be another good one as well. They have the Broncos by 6.5 points. We shall see. So, I'm excited for the season, y'all. I hope all of you are as well. Kickoff is tonight. We are ready to rock and roll. This is going to be a great week of football. The opener, of course, opening night tonight, if you will. Big ups to Mr. Mike Pat and Mr. Cale Anderson for tuning in this morning. Thank you so very much. And as I always say, all glory to God, for without God, nothing is possible. Our Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ. And of course, without all of you, we are, of course, all of you, IE Sports Radio is not possible. Give you a little read here for the day. A little verse of the day gets popped up on my phone at 7 a.m. Therefore, imitate God like dearly loved children. Ephesians 5:1. Thanks be to God. That's right, y'all. Make sure to keep God in your hearts and stay strong. And of course, with that said, y'all, do your absolute best to be the best person you could be. Football is here. Let's enjoy it. Let's have some fun. If we're going to go to games, please drink responsibly. Don't get into fights. Don't do nothing dumb like that. Enjoy your lives. Enjoy your families. And enjoy football the way football is supposed to be enjoyed, you guys. With that said, y'all, that is going to do it for me, your boy Larry B. You can follow us all on IE Sports Radio, at IE Sports Radio, on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, TikTok, all that good stuff. You can follow me, your boy Larry B, at the THE_LB53 on Twitter. Once again, that's THEE_LB53, and I will see y'all next week. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.